What's up everyone, it's great to have you back on SFTC Ninja, and today we'll be tackling another interesting trigger scenario. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first let's understand data model for today's scenario and also understand what is a lead conversion. So in Salesforce, lead conversion is a process of converting a lead record into account, contact and optionally an opportunity. Basically, when a lead is converted, Salesforce allows you to create new records or update existing records for account, contact, and opportunity object. So this is all about lead conversion and data model. Now let's see what exactly we are going to do today. So today's requirement is when a lead is converted, then at that time we need to create a follow-up task with some additional info and description. Let's understand it more clearly with a flowchart. Let's say we have a lead record and it gets converted. And after its conversion, account, contact, and opportunity record will be created. Now, what we have to do? We have to insert a follow-up task and we also have to update its description by the information from account, contact, and opportunity record. Information like account name, contact email, phone, opportunity close date, and other details. So, this is the task that we are going to do today. Now, without wasting any more time, let's start our code. Let's go to VS Code and let's create our handler class. Let's name it trg handler. Let's create our method public static void trg method. Now see, we need to create a follow-up task whenever a lead record is converted. So change is happening on lead object. Therefore, we will pass a list of lead records as parameter in our method like this. List lead, let's say new lead list. Apply a null check on this list. It is empty and iterate over it. Let's say new lead. Now apply a check to ensure that only converted lead records will be processed like this. If new lead dot is converted. Basically, is converted is a standard Boolean field that indicates whether a lead has been converted or not. It is automatically set to true when a lead is successfully converted. Now see, it is also a best practice to check old values of a record. And here, new value is true for this field. So the old value must be false. And to fetch old values, we will pass another parameter in our method like this. Map id comma lead, let's say old lead map. So in first parameter, we will pass trigger.new from a trigger, and in second parameter, we will pass trigger.old map. Now copy its name and here apply a null check on this map. Old lead map dot is empty and enclose this part inside this if condition like this. And here create an instance of old version of lead record using this map like this. Old lead map dot get new lead dot id. And now add another condition inside this if that old value for this is converted field is not true like this. Old lead dot is converted. And if this condition will get true, I mean when a lead record gets converted, then what we will do? We will add these records in a list. So for that, let's create a list first. Here, list of lead. Let's say converted leads. Copy its name and add records in this list. New lead. So till now, we are just adding converted lead records in a list by checking old value and new value of is converted field. Now see, I have already explained that when a lead records get converted, then Salesforce allowed to create account, contact and optionally an opportunity record. And in today's requirement, we need to populate info of these three objects in task description. Therefore, we'll be needing IDs of these three objects. And on lead object, there are three fields present by which we can fetch IDs of account, contact, and opportunity object. Let's see how. But before that, let's create set to store IDs. Set ID, let's say converted ACC IDs. Set ID with this line, paste it here, converted con IDs. and at last converted OPP IDs. Now first we will fetch account ID. So for that let's apply a null check on the field which contains ID of converted account like this. If newly dot converted account ID not equals to null, then what we will do? We will add account ID in our set. Dot add, copy this, paste it here. Similarly, apply checks on contact and opportunity ID and add IDs in our set. If newly dot converted opportunity ID not equals to null, copy our set name, paste it here, copy this line, and paste it here. And at last for contact. Converted contact ID not equals to null, copy our set name, paste it here, dot add, converted contact ID. So we have account, contact, and opportunity ID in our set. Now apply a null check on the list in which we have lead records which are being converted to ensure that our rest of the code will be executed only if that list contains a value. So copy this list name, apply a null check like this, is empty. Now we need to fetch account, contact, and opportunity object info because we need to use them in description of follow-up task. So for that, let's create maps for each object. Map ID, comma account. Let's say CC map ID, comma account. Copy this line. This is for contact. Again for opportunity. Now we need to fetch account, contact, and opportunity object info because we need to use them in description of follow-up task. First for account object, for that let's apply a null check on account ID set. If account ID set is not empty, cc map ID, comma account, select ID, comma name from account where ID in our set. Second for contact, it is empty. Con map, select ID, comma name, comma email from contact where ID in our contact set. And at last for opportunity object. Dot is empty. PP map, opportunity, select ID, comma name, close date from opportunity where ID in our set. Now in next step, we will create a follow-up task for converted lead records. So for that, let's iterate over this list. For lead, let's say lead obj, list name, and let's create follow-up task. Task, new task, copy this, dot subject, let's say follow-up with converted leads. Priority will be normal. Status will be not started. Activity date will be 7 days from today. Who ID, we will give contact ID, converted contact ID. For what ID, we will give converted opportunity ID. Now for description, let's declare a string variable. String, let's say task description. And in this variable, we are going to concatenate object info like this. First, for lead object, lead name, lead obj dot first name, new line, copy this variable name, paste it here, lead email, lead obj dot email. Again, new line. Let's add phone also. Lead obj dot phone. So this is for lead object info. And now for account info, first apply a check like this. If acc map dot contains key, lead obj dot converted account ID. This is to ensure that ID of converted account is present in our map. And if this condition will get true, then what we will do? We will create an instance of account object like this. Account acc map dot get lead obj dot converted account ID. And now let's add account info in description. Copy this variable name again, paste it here. Account name cc dot name, new line. Similarly, add contact and opportunity object info like this. Apply a check on conmap contains key lead obj dot converted. Create an instance dot get lead obj converted contact ID. First contact name, new line, contact email, and at last for opportunity contains key lead obj dot converted opportunity ID. Create an instance first opportunity name, opportunity closed it. So now this variable has all the data in it. Now we just need to put this variable in the description field of task like this. New task dot description, task description. And now to bulkify our code, we will not perform DABL inside for loop. So for that, let's create a list of tasks. List of tasks, date, copy its name, and let's add this record in it. Dot add new task. Apply a null check on this list. Dot is empty. And finally, update. Save it and deploy it to org. Okay, it is successfully deployed. So we have our handler class ready. Let's create our trigger. Let's name it lead trg. Now it is obvious that our trigger will be on lead object. And since we are updating other object field on updation of lead record, that's why we have to use after update. So let's cite lead here with after update. Apply a check like this. That is after update. This is to ensure that our handler class method will be called only on after update event. And finally, let's call our handler class method trg method trigger.new in first parameter and trigger.oldMap in second. Save it and deploy it to work. So we have our code ready. It's time to see it in action. So let's go to org and we have this lead record, Mr. Virat Kohli, and now let's convert it. Count, contact and opportunity. So opportunity record is optional, and if we check this checkbox, then opportunity record will not be created, but we need it. So let's convert. Okay, we are getting error specified 106. Oh, we need to insert it. Sorry guys, it was my mistake. Deploy it and let's convert it. Now, if a trigger is working fine, then a task record should be created, and that record should contain all information inside its description. So let's go to tasks. See, a task has been created, and its description also contains all information. So that's it for today, guys, and I'll be back with more interesting trigger scenarios. Thank you.